Vitamin E. Vitamin E is an easy one. Now, we know that aspirin can reduce your risk of cardiac arrest. Helps cholesterol. It now seems that it helps Alzheimer's disease. And it's a little bitty, they take a children's aspirin, is all you need. So I take both vitamin E and children's aspirin. It can't hurt, right? Good dietary sources of vitamin E are spinach, eggs, nuts, seeds, avocados, tomatoes, peaches, and blackberries. If you put that all in a blender, it makes a really terrible thing. For some reason, they don't really good, okay? Recommend 400 units. Does not appear to help people with ApoE4. We don't know why. It may be that the ApoE4 causes a different kind of Alzheimer's disease that doesn't have to do with antioxidant. One thing that we're learning, not just about Alzheimer's but other diseases, is what we're looking at, even though it's all caused by amyloid beta and plaques, it may very well be that the amyloid beta and plaques are coming from different causes. So we may actually be looking at a number of different diseases. And because they look exactly the same, we're throwing them in the same class. So what's happening on that front then is we're looking at the genetics of people that have the diseases and seeing if we can tell, for example, if Sally has this kind of Alzheimer's disease, antioxidants will be very, very good for her. But Joe, antioxidants won't work, right? If we know the genetics behind it. It's an antioxidant and an anticoagulant. Zocor and Lipitor. You probably have heard of those. Watch TV. Decreases cholesterol, LDL, triglycerides, and increases HDL. In a retrospective study, people who were on these drugs for their cholesterol got less Alzheimer's disease. So now, since it's already an approved drug, we might as well put it in phase 3 clinical trials. It's easy to get through because we've already proved it, right? It inhibits both alpha and beta secretases. So it inhibits the production of the amyloid beta itself and decreases inflammation. So we're back to our next picture again, right? Decreases inflammation, decreases cholesterol, and inhibits both your beta, alpha, and gamma secretases. Avendia, I won't even try. Rosiglitazone. It's a diabetes drug, okay? Seems to help the body respond to insulin. Again, this is a retrospective study, which has now been turned into a phase 3 clinical trial because people who are on this drug seem to do that. Increases energy to the neurons and allows them to resist stress. So what we were saying before is one of the first things that happens, the neurons seem to run out of energy and run out of the ability to communicate. This seems to help that. Again, does not help people that carry ApoE4. Okay? Which is another indication that we might be looking at 2 different diseases. Works through the diabetes pathway. Alzamed sticks to A-beta. This is a really interesting one. This actually sticks to the A-beta-42 peptide and seems to keep it from forming plaques. So if you sort of have Legos that are the A-beta enzymes and you stick bubble gum on them, they can't really connect to make a big plaque. Reduces A-beta-42 after 3 months of treatment. It seems to stabilize cognitive function out to 36 months, somewhat. This is their advertising. The actual results are not that dramatic. But again, it is a help. And it's something you can give on top of other drugs because it works in a different way. So what it actually does is binds to the A-beta itself and stop the aggregation process, even though A-beta is produced.